Hey guys, Kenny here. I just wanted to take a note that we are going to be swapping out Ava and myself for this next episode with Cameron, our Director of Operations. We are giving you a little bit of a break from me, so I hope you guys enjoy. And I love this episode. I really enjoyed watching them record it, so I hope that you love it too.
It's just me and my plants. Sometimes I water them. Sometimes I walk around the yard and show my daughter them. It's just me and my plants. I'm in the gardening. They call me soft, but all these bars I still go hard in them. It's just me and my plants. Sometimes I water them. Sometimes I walk around the yard and show my daughter them. It's just me and my plants.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our fourth official episode of PlantCon Talks, our podcast that introduces you to the humans behind PlantCon. I'm Ava McCain, Marketing Director of PlantCon, and your host of this very special podcast. We're going to start this season and series by introducing you to our directors. We're actually all on site right now prepping for PlantCon Dallas and are coming to you live from our hotel. And speaking of Dallas, our next director is our newest, but his journey actually started last year at Dallas in a really special way. Please do us the honor of introducing yourself to our audience. Who are you and what do you do?
Hello, everyone. My name is Cameron, and I'm the Director of Operations for PlantCon. I started as an exhibitor last year, actually, in Dallas, like you mentioned. And yeah, I've loved the team. Started as an exhibitor coordinator. I've been to, this is like my fifth PlantCon now.
That's crazy. What was your first one? You were an exhibitor at the first?
At Dallas, yeah. The first Dallas year. That was my first one.
Do you sell a lot?
Yeah.
So you made bank.
Mm-hmm. That's what you do at PlantCon.
That is. How is it different, like going from being an exhibitor to being where you are now? Or maybe like, do you feel like it helps you where you are now? Like having that insight? Obviously, it's completely different, but do you think it gives you more insight to your role?
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard trying to teach somebody a small business owner's perspective who travels to sell things, you know? And so a lot of these small business owners and our exhibitors, they rely heavily on income from these conventions and markets and traveling. And so having that perspective and being able to make the experience worth it for them, and making sure that there's a good value that is for both them and for our attendees.
Yeah.
Whereas as an exhibitor, you're more focused on, you know, your 10 by 10 and how that 10 by 10 is going to be perceived and shopped by attendees. But then when you go more to the internal side as somebody as part of the exhibitor team or operations in general, you kind of see all of it, where there's the setup process and what that experience is like, what kind of issues might come up with electricity or any other like add-on item that like will make or break their weekend when it comes to sales. And so just having all those like little details in mind of like what goes into putting on a market as a small business owner. And so like translating that from this side and making sure that up front we have all of that kind of laid out for them, easy for them to just kind of navigate it and make it a really smooth experience for them.
Yeah, that is really cool having that perspective. I guess let's take it back a bit. I do want to know, so how old are you being the operations director? I feel like a lot of people wouldn't guess your age.
Guess? No.
I think I know it. I can guess.
Okay.
You want to guess the age of the director? I'm going to guess, because you're younger than me, but I don't think you're much younger.
Yeah, like slightly.
You're 25?
I am.
I knew it.
Can
we get a little soundtrack? I can't hear it. Okay. So it's interesting you talked about your journey. Do you feel like, I guess since working, so we kind of know before PlantCon, but once you got in here with PlantCon, what was your journey starting, like once you worked on the team to now?
It's been like a huge difference from when I started to now. it was, I think, less than 30 people on the team when I first started.
What were you?
I was exhibitor coordinator.
Yeah.
There was, I think, 3 of us in total working with the exhibitors. And then now we've got, I think, close to 10 in total on the exhibitor team. Yeah, it's evolved a lot. And having this year 4 events versus 2 last year, the amount of need, I guess, not necessarily need, but the help that is needed for exhibitors is just continued to grow, and it's turned into like year-round work. Whereas when I started, there were like little lull periods in between each event, but now it's getting to a point where it's more constant, and it's really cool to be able to just like constantly meet new exhibitors, new faces, new staff members. It's fun. It's just like meeting new people in camp and everything. Yeah,
that's so special. Do you feel like it keeps the same novelty and the special connection like that you feel when you first did this? Do you feel like you still feel that, or do you feel like as it grows you kind of lose that?
I feel like it's kept the same. I feel like the team has been extremely intentional about making that a priority, and making sure that everybody feels seen, everybody feels heard and included. I remember like PlantCon the first time in Dallas and going home afterwards and like still being on a high for weeks afterwards, and like wishing that you could go back to summer camp and hang out with all your friends. And every single time that we travel and we do an event, it's the same feeling. And every time you just go home and you get sad because you're not with everybody anymore.
Yeah. And from the time that you started, so it's literally you've been with PlantCon for how long now? That was from being an exhibitor coordinator to now, it was only...
It's been less than a year. Yeah, like 10 months.
Less than a year, and it's like coordinator to director. That's amazing. That's a lot of growth in a little bit of time.
Yeah.
What kind of things does your department oversee?
So operations oversees kind of like the day-to-day needs. That can be anything from attendees on site, customer care, inbox management, exhibitors, making sure that they have all of their on-site needs taken care of. Anything that basically affects the experience on site and preparing for like the attendees, exhibitors, and like the kind of outward facing things. We also do all of like our venue research, making sure that we have the space that we need, and the spaces provide the resources and the types of things that we need. Making sure that like the load out and load in process for exhibitors is going to be smooth, that there's ample parking available, hotels that are available.
Yeah.
Really just making sure that the on-site experience that's not logistical with like transportation or anything is smooth.
Yeah. I think it's really crazy. People don't realize how important that stuff is, because like we can market it all we want, and then if people come and they can't park, they can't, like, the space isn't lit up, like, then it just like it really makes or breaks an experience. So it's interesting how the two interact so closely, and you don't even see your part. Like, yeah, that's really cool. So can you tell our audience about the PlantCon program?
Yeah, the PlantCon program, it actually started like when I had started, so I kind of have watched the program evolve. It's really cool to see the Planterns be able to, like, they basically just get involved with the the company or the organization, and just like start to learn how we do things at a slower pace, and they get to see kind of like that thought process without having necessarily the responsibility of having to make judgments or calls or anything, and just get comfortable with like how we do things. And it's really great because you get to come on site and also experience the on-site, not just remote. And it's really cool to have a position where you get to learn before diving in. You know?
And I think for us too, we like really seeing how we learn alongside them. And so a lot of them end up moving into our team, and it just is like a seamless integration because they've already been a part of our culture and they've already like seen a big part of PlantCon. So it's a really cool program. Right now we have a ton of planters.
A lot.
We have like so many. I feel like on mine only, like marketing, there's like 4 at least, and then there's probably more with more. Even Kiki, who has set up these cameras with us and is doing the podcast with us. She's been amazing. Yeah, it's kind of crazy just thinking like these planternship programs and how they turn into the team members so quickly.
Yeah, what I love too is that because there's literally so many different parts of PlantCon. Yes. There's the logistics, admin, operations, marketing. Planternship gives you the opportunity to kind of intro to everything. You kind of get to see if like you're undecided about what you want to do or like how you could contribute. You could start in like operations plantern or something and just see how you like it. And if you decide like you wanted to pivot or something or experience or learn a different area, you have a much better opportunity.
Yeah.
And it also just helps you kind of have a well-rounded knowledge of what we do as an organization.
True.
And it's really fun. Like when we were in Houston at the opening reception, when we did the whole graduation for the first class.
That was cute.
I know. I want to continue to celebrate that and like all the successes.
Yeah, that was really cute. Yeah. That's been a big thing about that I've been trying to do too with this year is just celebrate because we've been moving so fast. Like not even the planternship, just with my team in general, just find places to celebrate and have fun. I really like that. Cam with his team does map launch parties. Y'all just did an LA map launch, right?
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
Bingo card. It went well.
Wait a minute. What was on the bingo? I missed it because I don't know what I was doing. I missed the launch of the map, but everybody got together. It was like 8 p.m., right?
Yeah. 6 to 8 Central Time is usually when we'll do map releases, but we'll have like the whole team. We invite the whole team. Not everybody joins, but a lot of people do. And we just like refresh the map and just watch it fill in.
Literally refresh.
Literally, we do bingo and we just have a fun time.
That's that's a great idea. That's so cute.
It's fun to like watch all of the exhibitors like, oh my gosh, they're coming. Oh my gosh, we're gonna see them.
It was a lot of fun. I think I did it not for LA, but maybe Dallas was the one I was on for. I don't know, but it was a lot of fun. I liked watching that.
Yeah.
What were you doing before PlantCon?
Honestly, I've done a lot. I was working for a garden center chain. I used to live in California, and then I moved to Texas in like 2022. And I've done purchasing for garden centers, traveling and like touring wholesale nurseries, going to conventions. So I was already familiar with things like PlantCon. Managing garden centers. Yeah.
Seeing other conventions, do you feel like they were similar, different?
I think every convention has their own unique thing. A lot of the conventions that I was going to were more industry, so they were more tailored to other businesses and retailers, whereas PlantCon is more tailored to consumer and like just the general public, and making more accessible for the community rather than providing inventory for like businesses.
My first plant show outside of PlantCon was TPIE when me and you and Kenny and Kim went together. That was crazy. I was like, where are the people? It was so different. It's like more business to business, so it's just totally different. But it was really interesting seeing another plant show for sure to like compare it to ours, or not compare, but just be like, wow, they're like, I don't know, it's my only other convention I had been to, so
yeah.
Cool. What are your hobbies outside of work?
I don't do much, but I do like to garden. I've steered away from tropicals, and I'm going to get into more veggies. I would definitely want to do like a little winter veggie garden.
Cute.
Yeah, I know. I live in Atlanta now. Texas, I was like, I'm not even going to try to do a veggie garden. It's just too hot here, but I feel like in Atlanta, I'll have a good chance. I just don't I don't remember to water.
Yeah, mine
it's too hot.
All died. Or like bugs will eat all of them to like the bone. Too. They're like a little tiny bone at the end. They ate all of it. Like
just a stick.
Just a stick.
Ain't nothing left.
Ain't nothing left in my like strawberries. I just wanted to grow one. I was spraying it and everything, and I don't know what ate it to the bone.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Strawberries are the kids one because they are the easiest.
Are you kidding me?
It's okay. We'll get you a good variety.
That sucks. Well, I grew jalapenos.
Oh, how'd they do?
Good. I gave them to my neighbor. They grew so much.
Nice.
I know. You could call me an expert.
All right, we have a quick word from our sponsors, and we will be right back.
It's a beautiful day in Los Angeles, and people are lining the block for a convention that's taking the nation by storm.
So I grow all carnivorous plants.
Don't get our feet stuck in this back there.
Welcome back to People of PlantCon.
Anyways, let's get into PlantCon. Okay. What's been your favorite PlantCon experience?
Honestly, I think Houston was. All of them are different, and I really like all of them for like their own unique ways. But I really liked Houston because Houston is like the hometown of PlantCon. It's like, you know, the birthplace of it. And
excuse me.
Like she was birthed there.
Like she actually out the womb there.
Yeah. Like Kenny was 9 months pregnant.
Absolutely.
Popped it out.
Like big popped out PlantCon right in Houston.
Yeah. But anyways, it's my favorite because it being its third year this year, it was like really fun hearing, number one, everybody's like own stories of like their first one and like to the now. But then also a lot of people traveled to Houston for it. And so it was like really cool to see a lot of different people from honestly like all over the country, some from out of the country to come because it is the biggest one. And so it was really cool to just like have all kinds of different people in the same building, just like being so excited over plants.
Yeah. No, that was one of my favorite ones too. It was huge too. Definitely felt like a homecoming, like, you know, coming back. That I'm really excited to see how Dallas transforms too.
Yeah.
Because that was your first show, was Dallas.
Yeah.
So now it's like full circle.
Yeah. Like the layout is like twice the size as last year. And so just seeing how it's transformed just the layout. And then you throw in more reptiles, and then we've got the podcast, and then we've got all these different things that weren't even really an idea quite yet last year. It's really cool.
That's crazy. What are some of your favorite things about PlantCon?
Some of my favorite things, I would say my number one thing is the sense of like love and community. Like even the people that are having a bad day, like it's not compared to like any other place. There's still like a sense of love, and a sense of like respect and like seeing people as they are, and like welcoming people as they are. And so just like having a place where it doesn't matter like who you are, where you come from, what you look like, what you wear, what you identify as, like anything, you are welcome. And that's, I think, my favorite part.
Yeah, That is such a special part about PlantCon.
Mhm.
It really is come as you are. Like, we are not. I feel like a lot of people think we're going to look a certain way or act a certain way.
Right.
And I think even me and you were talking about this in the car the other day, where it's like when you come into PlantCon and come onto the team, it's not like anything the culture is not like anything you've ever experienced.
There's an adjustment for sure. You're like, oh my gosh, like, this
I
is
can
so
be fun.
cool. Yeah. Like I'm laughing.
Wait, I laugh at work? Hold on. Something's not right. I have to quit. No, but yeah, that is a really big part of PlantCon. I think what makes people want to come back again and again is because you feel so at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And you feel it as soon as you walk in.
That's true. That is true. And the excitement and the buzz. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this weekend.
I have to. 2 more days.
2 more days. What is your least favorite thing about PlantCon?
I think my least favorite part, and it's not even like a bad one because it is still like a perk, is the remote work. Just because it's like you go from working and being like so close with everyone, like literally 7 straight days of nonstop being with each other. And then you go home, like, you know, we disperse all over the country. Some live in Houston, some Dallas, I'm in Atlanta, some New York. And so that time in between is like the worst part.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to work from home, but it is sad when you have to leave like all your friends and you have to wait till next time.
Yeah, that's true, because we only kind of get on to work to see. I feel like here we get to know each other on such a personal level.
Right.
And then when you pack it up and go home, we don't engage the same way.
Yeah.
Unless it's a late night launch party and a nap. What was your biggest moment of growth along the way being with PlantCon?
That's another good question.
That's a big one.
That is. It's a loaded question. I think just changing my perspective of the workplace, honestly. I think in our society, we're kind of taught like you have to constantly be filling your time with work, essentially. And if you're not like actively doing something productive or like actively working on something related to your job, you are kind of like frowned upon, or you're like you don't do your job right or something. But with PlantCon, you're given a space to like be who you are, and you are given space to be creative and like have ideas and talk them through with people who are like eager to like either celebrate with you or like plan it with you and just kind of like create with you. So like the collaboration and like just the perspective on workplace, I think, is where I've grown a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I ever want to go back to like a retail job or anything like that. I would rather, travel and experience life while also making an impact in like multiple different areas. What we do is not like, it's not isolated. It's very fluid and it goes everywhere and it's expanding. And so it's really cool to like watch that and see like how our culture is just kind of like evolving and spreading.
Yeah. I felt the same way when I came on, like the way that you were talking about. Yeah, because I feel like in every other job I was in, there's a certain workplace culture that is followed. Mm-hmm. But whenever I came into PlantCon, it was like, oh, I can collaborate. I can say, when I'm struggling, I can like, and everybody here has such a creative mind and wants to add something to this beautiful thing that we're all making. And I like that a lot. Though it's definitely far different than anything I've ever experienced too, like in a workplace.
Yeah. And it like, everybody's just so supportive.
Yeah.
If we have new people, all of like the seasoned people are so willing to just jump in and help. If our team sees that we're struggling or like anybody else is like struggling or potentially needs help, they're always so eager to just jump in and offer support.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's a team that's like really hard to find.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool. We got it.
I know. And it's surprising that even though we keep growing, it stays that same feeling of, I don't know, of the collaboration. And I don't know, it feels like you still are one big unit together, even with the like divide of the different departments. Because when you came on, there weren't different departments or anything, huh?
No, actually.
We were all just one conglomerate. And even
really
though we've
was.
had to like split a little bit so that we could keep, you know, work on our segmented things together, it still feels like we're all one big collaborative group. And that's really, that's really special.
It is. It's hard planning things on your own and having all of that responsibility on your own.
Yeah.
And it's really nice for me, for example, like as an exhibitor team member, being able to collaborate with the logistics team and like how is your unloading going to look? How is exhibitor unloading going to look? And how can we work together to make sure that no team is like stepping on each other's toes during that process, especially when it's somewhere like New York where we had a lot of limited space and not really a whole lot of parking. We had security that had to like keep the traffic moving. And so being able to work together, not only within our own team, but also the venue and the security and just making sure that we're all on the same side and communicating.
Yeah.
It's really hard, but this team does really good at it.
That's a really difficult part about your job. It's literally any venue. You just have to make sure that you just have to make it work. Like you just
really
have to.
You do.
3 stories. That was crazy. If you weren't at PlantCon New York, it was 3 separate stories of madness. It was fun, but
it was 4.
4?
It was 4 because we had on the first level, we had the parking lot and admissions.
Right.
The second one was our office area and opening reception.
You're right. That's crazy.
Third, yeah.
And y'all just made it work.
We did. S1 Logistics. We just figured it out.
Figured it out.
What you got to do.
And we posted about it. And that's.
And you spread the word.
And I just spread whatever y'all do. That's all I do. I guess, what are you looking forward to most as we go into PlantCon in 2026?
I'm looking forward to the unknown because it's scary, but that's where almost like the magic happens when you go into the unknown. We've never gone to the West Coast. We've only been in the South and the East Coast. So this is going to be a whole new experience. We don't know what kinds of exhibitors we're going to necessarily get out there. We don't know what a lot of things are going to be. And so it's going to be just a whole learning experience, which I'm really excited for. And every event that we do, we kind of take notes and apply it for the next ones. And I'm really excited to compile all of the notes that we've taken this year and really make sure that 2026 starts off with a good foot. Make sure that you got content to post.
Thank you. 2026 starting off with a bang.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy in LA.
It is.
It's our first one. Does it make you nervous, like going into the unknown, or do you just feel like...
I mean, there's always nerves, but you got to get through it.
I love this question. It says...
Ask it.
He said,
I'm waiting.
Go ahead.
I want to like it too.
Damn. Give him a moment. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, a little bit. Rewind.
Okay, it's a cliffhanger.
To when you first got involved with the organization, what was happening at that time in your life?
Oh, that's a good question. I was actually in the process of moving like right down the street. I mean, that was pretty much it. I was working at the garden center. Honestly, yeah.
Living a slow life.
I was living the city
girl life. How did you
life.
find out about PlantCon?
I heard about it. It was either the first year or the second year, and I really wanted to go. but Houston's usually in spring. And when you work in a garden center, you can almost never take time off in spring. So I wasn't ever able to take the weekend trip down. And then you guys came to Dallas. And as soon as the tickets went on sale, I purchased tickets. And then we ended up getting reached out to about being an exhibitor. And we were like, okay, we're doing it. We weren't like confident in ourselves at first. And then we finally got reached out to. And yeah, like just talking with everybody on the team, like
that's cool. So whenever we first were coming to Dallas, I feel like the general vibe around it wasn't at first like everybody wasn't excited. Like, did you see any of that? How did like?
Yeah. So I'm pretty involved. I used to be more involved in the Facebook groups. I'm not local anymore, so I don't get too involved anymore. But yeah, there was definitely like some hesitation from a lot of people in the local community who didn't quite understand exactly what PlantCon was, and like what the intention of PlantCon was. And so it created a lot of confusion online. And it did like confuse me a little bit as well. But then after talking with Kenny and different team members, it was obviously blown out of proportion. But I think everything happens for a reason. And if that didn't happen, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. So.
Oh, yeah? You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't think that I would have, been as adamant about, making sure that you guys were good and checked in on, and that you guys like had what you needed. Knowing that you were like 5 people at that time planning a huge event. I couldn't imagine what you were going through. So I was like, I'm local. You need anything, I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that kind of how it first happened? So after the Facebook groups, people weren't too excited about us coming into the city. I think it was our first time expanding from Houston into something different. And we're kind of going away from what is normally our home and a very supportive community. And we were going into this new group and they weren't super excited. Like you said, they were a little cautious about, okay, what's PlantCon coming in here? What's their intention? And then whenever we kind of, came back, we had a council or it wasn't me at the time, but Kenny and 4 others were on a call and it was like people could come and ask their questions. It was almost like a town hall. Were you a part of that?
I was on there and it was really good to have that face to face and to have like an organization take the time to prepare and go on a live feed with ruthless people at some points. Honestly, to be able to do that in a public forum is very courageous. And so I was like, they're very serious about having the right intentions and making sure that they want to clear their conscience and show that they are doing the right thing. And that was when I knew that PlantCon was something that I wanted to continue to be a part of, whether that was just exhibiting or joining the team. But yeah.
And so you reached out, you're like, hey, it's rough out there. Like if you need something. And that's how it happened. Like what happened from there?
Yeah. I mean, obviously you guys were like super slammed. I don't think I ever got a response or anything.
Damn. Y'all said red.
Literally. But yeah, I was just like, I'm in Fort Worth. So if you guys like need like whatever, you guys are all in Houston. So I could always help out with anything that's local. But yeah, then like I think a month or so after Dallas, you guys had posted that you were hiring. I was like, yes.
I am doing this. That's crazy. That's a crazy story. I mean, it's really interesting. I think that did have to happen. I think it brought us really close to the Dallas community, having those honest conversations and like, being like that right in front of, obviously, yeah, like you said, sometimes ruthless people, but I think being transparent and showing this is who we are. Like, it's just that there was, at the time it was five people just trying to organize it. So I think it really did bring us closer to the Dallas community. And now this feels like a second Houston, almost like a second home. And we got a lot of really great people from it. So
something about Dallas plant community is it's very, very close knit, and they're very protective of each other and making sure that the small businesses are taken care of, which I love as, you know, a small business owner myself. But yeah, it can get a little bit overwhelming sometimes when new people or new businesses, new anything kind of comes in. It happened the same with the garden center that I was working for when we started opening up stores here. It's just when a new thing comes, it can be scary. Like I was talking about earlier with the unknown. PlantCon was the unknown arriving here. They didn't know what the intentions were or anything, but I think that the team and the organization has done a great job of proving, not that PlantCon really even needed to prove anything, just showing and demonstrating and leading by example, essentially.
Yeah. That's so sweet. That's a really good. I love. And
Don't cry.
I do love how tight knit the community is here. It does feel like, yeah, I can tell the difference on the marketing side when we do, like our outreach on the digital communities versus Houston versus New York versus, you know, anywhere. It does feel very tight knit and very family oriented here in the Dallas community. And that is really special. And I think it is really special for the exhibitors too, because they all seem very tight knit here too.
Each city's going to have their own unique quirks. You know, New York likes to plan early. So we want to make sure that we're marketing early. Yeah. Just any city is going to have their own unique quirks, just like every retail store, any chain that you go to, not two of them are going to be identical. There's going to be a unique flavor to each one.
Yeah. 100%. It is different everywhere we go. Even Orlando, like that was completely different. Everywhere we go, completely different.
Orlando's island time.
Yeah.
They don't buy early.
No, they don't. They buy right. I was stressing.
They're going to show up and they'll buy their ticket then.
Yeah. That's when they'll do it. Yes. Oh, goodness. Okay. So looking back, if you had to give yourself advice at the beginning of this journey, what would that be?
I would say patience, just like having patience and grace, or keeping that at the forefront. And I feel like I've been intentional about making that a point, just because we're all learning, like we're all figuring it out as we go. If I might know something, but a team member might not, just showing grace with them and teaching them rather than getting frustrated or anything. If exhibitors aren't fully aware of what is going on, just showing grace with them because I know that they're stressed as well. Yeah. That's
a hard one to learn. I think because things move so fast, so rapidly. And so you're like, I just want you to understand it. But yeah, definitely, I think you have a really good way of like taking a moment to be like, okay, let's review it so that it's done, right the next time. But giving grace, and that extends to like yourself too, like really making sure you give grace to yourself. And when you're growing and learning, that's one that I had to learn a lot too, is giving grace to myself as I am learning and navigating this big role in this very quickly, rapidly growing organization. And so I think that, that follows giving grace to myself, just like I'm giving grace to the people around me too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's important.
100%.
Period.
Period. Is there anything you want to say to your team?
Yeah.
Could we hear it?
Yeah. I would say also have patience with yourself. My team, with the exception of, I think, quite literally 2 people, are all brand new. And so
that's crazy. Yeah. I was having to crash out over 5 or I think 4 new people. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, but just having patience. I guess I would say you're doing good. You're doing great. Keep learning. Ask questions. Continue to innovate and have ideas and share those ideas. Even if it doesn't stick this time, there's the potential that it could when we're ready. And yeah, I appreciate everything that my team does. I wouldn't be able to do my job without my team. There was no way that I would be able to answer inboxes and design the maps, figure out the pricing for everything, figure out what laws the exhibitors have to follow. There's so many things that go into it, and the team has been so great about taking the initiative to make sure that everything is taken care of before it becomes an issue, and making sure that they're foreseeing any potential issues and diffusing anything before it becomes an issue. And I'm just like so grateful because it makes my job easier. So, yeah.
Because it used to be, I mean, were you doing all of that when you were?
Yeah, it was me and one other person for 6 months who were managing the inboxes, making sure that people were getting invoiced correctly.
Crazy.
Payments were happening on time. All the booths are being booked. With the help of Kenny, designing the maps, reaching out to exhibitors and researching what businesses are in each city, making sure that we have a good balance of exhibitors. You don't want too many plant exhibitors and then not enough plant accessories, making sure that there's some unique things, like tattoo artists or any other like kind of niche item that people might like.
Yeah. I feel like people don't realize how much you curate it. Like, you don't have to accept just anybody, anything. We have a whole vetting process. I don't think anybody actually really knows that. Like, they go through a bunch. Yeah. Like, what all do you do to vet these people?
So a lot of the time, we have a lot of small business owners, so we don't check necessarily the tedious, like, you filed for everything, you've got this, you've got that. We basically just make sure that you are a legitimate business and you present yourself as a legitimate business. We've had a lot of smaller, like single people businesses. And so we just check social medias. Are you active? Are you posting? Does it look scammy at all? Did you complete your account? Did you fill out all the information? Making sure that they read the agreement, and then making sure that the application fee has been processed. But yeah, just making sure that they're a legit business.
Yeah. And I really like that. I mean, I feel like we have a lot of local exhibitors and I feel like we're very small business focused too. Like, I think the majority of ours, we don't have we have some really big names also, but it is a lot of like local down to earth crafters and people in your community. And that all starts with you guys outreaching and curating this map and making this experience. And that's so special to have the community come together in such a special way. Like, everybody in there has been thought about so thoroughly, and that's so special.
Yeah. And when we go to a new city and we're doing outreach, we really don't look at anybody that's not close proximity to the city. So a lot of our outreach is just locals and making sure that we are prioritizing the locals. Because a lot of people, they want to continue to shop in person. So if there's other small businesses that are local to them who are going to continue to do pop-ups, making sure that they're going to continue to get business year round, and attendees will be able to see them at PlantCon.
When you were a small business and you went to PlantCon, do you feel like it meant a lot to your small business, like getting a space at PlantCon?
Yeah, it was the biggest event that we had ever done. And especially getting invited, knowing that somebody on the team has looked at, our work, our website, and felt like we were worth it. Number one, to spend the time to reach out to. We have the product that fits in well. And yeah, it was special for sure. And a lot of like pop-up markets and like events, it's hard to find access to things like content creators, other small business owners who experience the same things, but maybe have worked through issues. And so networking has been amazing at PlantCon. And you get like different perspectives from all over the country. So like a lot of Texas exhibitors might deal with a lot of the same issues, but Florida might not. So you might be able to work with a Florida exhibitor or something if you needed certain product. So just like having access to people all over.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything you want to promote? Are you still doing your small business?
No, because my business owner.
Oh, there's tea. Wait,
no.
Hold on.
My business partner moved back to California, and so she's. I want to say she was going to restart it this summer. We haven't reached out recently, but yeah, I told her PlantCon California,
PlantCon LA,
PlantCon LA.
So is it like still up and running? Should we let the people know, or
I think.
Oh,
let me check Instagram. I'm like,
where can people find you online?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm not too active, but I do post sometimes on Instagram at Cameron Ortmann.
And how do you spell that?
That is CameronOrtmann.
It's a lot of letters.
14.
You count them?
7 and 7.
Wow, that's very lucky and special.
Yeah.
What's your middle name?
David.
David.
What's yours?
Guess. It's like
Judith.
No, it's Marie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mid tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any last thoughts as we wrap up here?
No, honestly, it's just been fun chatting with you.
It's been fun chatting with you.
Yeah, we don't get to do this often.
No,
we're usually working.
I know. And
Yeah.
then usually you're like living somewhere far away from me. So
Yeah, I tend to do that.
you tend to do that. I love PlantCon and getting to chat with you and get connect again.
Yeah.
We get to actually see each other.
I
And be sad going home.
I know, and we're like almost always roommates, so we spend like a lot of time together.
And we
Cricket.
yeah, we cricket our feet. We rub them together when it's real cozy. I'm going to miss that when I go home. What are we going to do?
I don't know. I think I'm going to have to like record an audio of you like in the middle of the night waking up. Okay, I'll do it.
No, that's the thing. So apparently I sleep talk. Okay.
It's a thing.
And proven by not one.
2 sources.
Which is crazy news to me. That is crazy news. I apparently said I could do it to Cam.
Yeah, in the middle of the night. And I said, okay, you do that.
Anyways, let's wrap this puppy up. That is the end of our episode today. Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you, Cam, for being a part of this.
Thank you.
And we will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
It's just me and my plants.
PlantCon Talks is created and hosted by me, Kenny Kong. Our showrunner is Ava McCain with sound engineering by Trent Gear, and to the incredible PlantCon staff, as well as the attendees, ambassadors, vendors, and volunteers that make PlantCon possible. Huge thanks to Rocco Elliot for the use of his music. Stay up to date with all things PlantCon at plantcon.org or by following us on social media at plantcon.intl.